Can BJP take the higher moral ground? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Hello and welcome. You're watching our special broadcast. Our newsmaker tonight is a firebrand woman leader, Kavitha, who's now taken the national capital by storm. The reason why I say that she's taken the national capital by storm is because she's openly dared the central government, making it very clear that she's willing to answer all questions. And more importantly, she's here for a particular cause. So what's her cause? Why exactly has she now been at the forefront of this entire fight? For more on this, thank you very much, Ms. Kavitha, for joining us on Republic TV. Let me straight away begin by asking you, a firebrand leader, someone who is in the United States, come back to India, part of that entire movement of Telangana, your journey all through has been very remarkable. The very fact that you've defeated a two-time Congress parliamentarian and the fact that thereafter the fight has continued. Today in the national capital, you say that the fight is about the women's reservation bill. But I want to ask you this. Your bitter rival from the Bharatiya Janata Party, Arvind Dharmapuri, says KCR government didn't have a single woman in the cabinet from 2014 to 2018. So why bring the women reservation bill as the first cause of coming to the national capital and fighting for it? What is the reason behind it?
Bharat Jagrat is an organization which was constantly working with the people of Telangana, for the people of Telangana for a long time now. And now we believe that we can expand across the nation and work for various good causes. One of the important causes being women reservation bill, because we've seen many nations which have given reservations to women in political platforms and national parliaments have made tremendous strides in terms of overall development of the nation. So now the point being, since the time I was in parliament, every Women's Day we would get an opportunity to speak, and every time inside and outside the parliament, wherever I got the chance, I've constantly raised the issue of women's reservation bill. Why? I'll tell you. Because in this country from 1996, the issue has actually started, the discussion has started. From then till 2014, every Prime Minister had made an effort to bring the bill, at least draft the bill, put a committee, do something, bring the bill. It did get passed or it did not get passed, did not matter. Every Prime Minister had made an effort. And Honorable Sonia Gandhi ji made a much better effort in 2010. It passed in Rajya Sabha. But then from 2014 till date, in the last 9 years, it's Mr. Modi who did not even make an effort to even draft the bill. So our contention today is not to name only one particular Prime Minister, but the opportunity is humongous. There's a historical opportunity with the Bharatiya Janata Party today because they enjoy a great mandate. Now when you have such a mandate, you can push for bills like these. And I earnestly request Mr. Prime Minister and also Madam President today that please bring the bill. There is every political party which is willing to support, and if any political party has any kind of dissent or misunderstanding or objections, that can be discussed, and a dialogue can solve anything in the world. But an effort from the government has to be made, since they promised it twice in their manifesto, both in 2014 and also in 2019. I request the Honorable Prime Minister to bring the bill.
Ms. Kavitha, wouldn't it be far more appropriate, or perhaps strengthening your own position, when you're demanding for the implementation of the women's reservation bill, had it also happened in the state of Telangana? Because the reason why I'm asking you, the Bharatiya Janata Party can tomorrow come up and say that Pushkar Singh Dhami's government has been able to do so. If you want to take up this cause, why not start from Telangana? And that gives you the boost to take on the fight.
Exactly. I've never ever said that BRS is a different party. Like BRS, in this country, our culture is heavily patriarchal, and no system will change overnight without a law. And BRS is no exemption to that, including Bharatiya Janata Party. Today in the parliament has not given more than 12% seats to their women MPs. if you look at Bharatiya Janata Party MPs, if you look at Congress Party, any party, no exemption. This is just a common issue for women, not political issue. So all I am requesting the government is, when you have the mandate like of 303 people with you, MPs with you, you can push any kind of bill. Right. You pushed Aadhaar, you pushed Article 370, you pushed citizenship bill. So you pushed many bills like that. You pushed 131, I think, money bills this government has pushed without discussion. So you can easily get the women reservation bill passed with the kind of majority that you have, and I request the government to table the bill.
Of course, the entire demand that the opposition parties are making right now, keeping in mind the Bharatiya Janata Party also mentioned in their own manifesto.
Yes.
But can we get some sort of an assurance from you, Ms. Kavitha, that perhaps back in your state, you're also going to do that? Because you've been very successful in bringing in a lot of cultural activities, which you said, traditions which were forgotten in the state of Telangana, you've revived them. You've been at the forefront. So can there be some sort of an assurance from your side as far as your party is concerned? You will do it in Telangana? Is there some sort of an assurance?
My party has passed a resolution in the assembly, not now, in between 2014 and 19, I think it is in 2016, they've passed a resolution in the assembly saying whenever a women reservation bill is tabled in the parliament, BRS will stand by the government. That is our commitment to the women. So we will do it, and I'm saying Modi ji had promised not incremental growth, mind you, has promised exponential growth. And if we have to make some decent change in terms of the women representation in this country, I'll just share one number with you. 1947 or 1952 in the first parliament, we had 24 women MPs. Today we have 78. So if we are taking at least 75 years to come to the number 78, we are going to take 2063 to come to 180. Whereas within 2 days, if Honorable Modi ji wants it, he can pass the bill and there will be 180 women MPs, doesn't matter whichever party, in the parliament in 2024. That is the strength today BJP has, and they should utilize it for the greater good of the women. That is my sincere appeal.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. Many would say that, is it a little short-sighted, keeping in mind that you're basically coming out of Telangana? You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at? Because in Khammam, this entire opposition strength, the unity that was essentially being displayed was minus the Congress party. And as I see, your words about the Congress party has also been quite, you've been very harsh on them, on the Congress party. The Vadra Congress says, you said, Congress should be fighting shoulder to shoulder with the regional parties. They should leave their arrogance, become a team player. Do you think that the Congress party will actually be able to cede that space and become a part of it? And because they're saying, without us, there can't be any opposition alliance.
Let me tell you about BRS and what BRS wants. When TRS became BRS, our only agenda is to give a people's agenda to the nation. Why do I say that? When we took up the fight of Telangana, we stuck to the fight. It took us 15 years to achieve the state, but we never went back. We've had many setbacks back and forth, we've never went back. That was our commitment to people of Telangana. Once we achieved the state, in the last 9 years, we've made tremendous development happen in the state. We are today number one in every indicator that you take at the national level. It could be rice production, it could be health indicators, it could be education indicators, it could be cleanliness, it could be municipalities, it could be irrigation facilities, it could be education. Anything you take, we are either number one or two. And one or two areas in which central government gives awards, from 1 to 10 was Telangana. So that is the kind of development we have done.
But
give me one more minute. So this is the kind of wealth we created in Telangana. When we started as a state, 2014, we had only 60,000 crores budget. Today our budget is 2,90,000 crores, and we are not a deficit state. Our fiscal deficit is in control, our debt is in control, and we are progressing and we are creating jobs by day. Today, within 9 years, 20,000 industrial units have started, operated, and given 30 lakh jobs to the youth of Telangana. So our BRS, when we came to the national level, our agenda was simple. Whatever we've done in Telangana, we want to do it for the nation. Now with that agenda we've come. I know it is not a one-day job, it is not a one-night job, it is not even probably one generation job, but we will keep at it, we will work for it. While doing that, our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. Right? For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. We will absolutely make an effort, and which we have been consistently making starting from 2019 election. We are making efforts. If you remember, Honorable KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is an understanding. And after that, I really welcome, Mamta Di did her own meetings. Naveen Patnaik, Nitish ji did his own meetings, Stalin ji did his own meetings. We welcome these moves. We want more and more opposition parties to come together, discuss, debate. And as you're saying, Congress has to now, they have to introspect. It is not for me to speak for Congress.
But unless you bring them on the table, at least on the talking table, because wherever they are going, they're essentially, be it even in the northeastern states when the elections were actually happening, we have seen in one state, in Tripura, there's an alliance. In Kerala, there is it. How does that really work? Because one needs to understand, your own electorate back in the state of Telangana are voting because of the development model that you are projecting. Yes. Or for that matter, even KCR being the face of your party, people are voting for that. People are voting for KCR there. But what happens in the national picture? Whom are we really going to vote? Because the country knows that there is a Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the one side. Why is it so very difficult for the opposition parties to come together, even for tomorrow? As I understand, you're bringing in 18 parties. Will the Congress party now come in? Because the Congress party, again and again, they're reiterating. Rahul Gandhi makes it abundantly clear that there will be no alliance. There can be no alliance minus the Congress party. If that's the position, how will you all negotiate?
See, but Shravanji, the discussion is not so unilateral, is it? See, it is not just Modi versus everybody. No, it's not like that. Narendra Modi ji is one among the MPs and he's first among the MPs. Simple as that. Simply put, that is the case. So tomorrow when 543 seats are to be fought across the nation, there are multiple parties, and in Telangana, what is the strength of BRS? In Tamil Nadu, what is the strength of DMK? In Maharashtra, what is the strength of Shiv Sena, NCP? All that will matter, and that is why repeatedly all these regional political leaders or strong leaders across different states are meeting constantly to arrive at an understanding. If Congress has a role in some state, probably we will consult them, or probably we won't.
So you're open to the idea of talking to the Congress
I'm just saying,
party.
In a state like Bengal, they have one MLA seat.
Right.
Now, what will you strike a deal there? All I'm trying to tell you is, Congress, the burden is not just on everybody else. The burden heavily is on Congress also. Party. They should come to an understanding. They should realize what they want. And they should devise a strategy as well of their own, which BRS is doing. BRS wants to work pan-nation.
But will the BRS make that attempt of reaching out to the Congress party for a pan-India alliance? Will that happen at some point?
As of now, we are trying very hard, one, to expand BRS wherever it is possible, two, to work with our alliance partners, like-minded people, to make new friends, to consolidate old friendships. We are working on that. When it comes to a position where we need to talk to Congress, or where Congress wants to talk to us, we will think about it. We will cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay, let's also focus a little bit about issues that the Bharatiya Janata Party has been alleging as far as role of the BRS is concerned. But to begin with this, what is happening in the state of Karnataka right now? There is an MLA's son who's caught red-handed. The Lokayukt starts an investigation. The MLA disappears for a very long time, suddenly reappears. The opposition party is now directly attacking the Bharatiya Janata Party, saying that you can't do anything, the ED does not go, the CBI does not go, but you are going to send an ED after Manish Sisodia, an ED after Kavitha. I want to ask you, The Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that, look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavitha or Manish Sisodia take? That's the position that they are taking. What do you have to say about that?
I'll give you a direct comparison. Karnataka, an MLA's son or MLA is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLAs, who claimed that Mr. B.L. Santosh is in charge of this entire operation, and they have put aside 2 lakh crores of cash to buy the MLAs. It was all on record, it was caught on tape, it is all across YouTube for you to watch anytime. And when we created our own SIT, Mr. Santosh does not appear. B.L. Santosh says, I am going to the court, I don't want to come. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it? All I'm saying is Bharatiya Janata Party, because they have power in the central government as well, they are utilizing the central agencies to take over the rights of the states and to shield their own people. But they are shielding B.L. Santosh today, they are shielding Mr. MLA in Karnataka who's caught with money. And if ED is not on vacation, and if ED is not biased only towards targeting the opposition, they should immediately book a case on Mr. MLA who's caught with the money.
You also, that you, when you are in power, you are also using state agencies targeting the opposition party there. Bandi Sanjay makes that kind of allegation against you, that how can you take a high moral ground by saying that central agencies are being misused because you are creating an SIT after B.L. Santosh. Then you have, if I'm not wrong, a BJP legislator, T. Raja, against whom there are cases that have been registered, Bandi Sanjay being one of them. In fact, Bandi Sanjay's son's issue was also, they say that the BRS was basically behind it. So the question here is the same. If you look at what is happening in the state of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee also faces the same allegation that you are in power, you do exactly the same. BJP saying that they do the same thing in various other states. So how are you any better than the? I'm not saying that. I'm saying BJP says that. I'm not saying. But would you not? It is the same argument. That will it not be? Will it not be the same thing?
Let me tell you something here. The way Mr. Bandi Sanjay speaks, if you listen to the speech, if you understand Telugu, not once, for every speech of his, he should have 10 cases on him. But we do not bother because we face them politically. And as a policy, I do not talk about children of the leaders. I'm not going to talk about Mr. Bandi Sanjay's son. There are kids, they fought in the college, I don't care, I don't mind. If it is a serious crime, let the agencies probe, I'm not worried, we are not going there. But the way Mr. Raja Singh gave a speech, a provocative speech, brought thousands of people on roads, and we as a state had to control the situation. We did that at that point of time. Unless and until it is a law and order issue, Telangana government never acted. If you can look at some of the YouTube Telugu channels, the kind of slander in the name of journalism that they pour out on our entire party, we just put up with them because we know, we are confident, we work for the people, we are with the people and people are with us. That's our confidence. If that confidence Bharatiya Janata Party today has, then they should stop this ED extension procedure. They should stop extending Mr. Sanjay Mishra's tenure for ever and ever and ever.
But
they should stop extended. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
The court is allowing that. If the government has done it, so as the court has allowed it. So if that is still being challenged, the hearings are still underway.
Exactly.
So why not wait for the court to take a final call on as far as the extension of the ED?
Let me finish the statement. One is Mr. Sanjay Mishra ED, his extension is constantly there, and he openly claims that I'm not working for Government of India, I'm working for BJP. Multiple times, multiple people have heard him say that is what I say. I have never met the gentleman. But when SBI chairman's extension happens, he will come out and say Adani ji ka koi problem nahi hai, SBI se hum loan de denge, hamara loan safe hai. LIC person gets an extension, he'll come out and say LIC mein kisi ka नुकसान नहीं हो रहा है, whereas 50,000 crores LIC lost in a single day. That's people's money. And if you are giving extension for people who are shielding your friends, who are shielding your political allies, who are shielding your own MLAs, that is not fair. We want a just investigation. We want the agencies to be independent. We want LIC to be independent. We want SBI to be independent because public money and public interest is involved in it. That is my contention.
Ms. Kavitha, I saw your press conference earlier in the day, and I would say that if you've taken the bull by the horn, so let me this part that I want to focus on right now. Let's keep the political rhetoric aside, because I think the public deserves to know. You're a public representative. There are serious allegations that have been leveled. Let's make the attempt of giving a very direct answer rather than really looking to the political rhetoric. You say that these material, as far as the excise policy or the allegations that have been leveled against you, have been leaked by the agency through the remand copies. I'm not going by that. I'm telling you up front, the questions that I'm asking is based on the supplementary charge sheet that has been filed, which is available to the entire public, not a select media. Now, in the charge sheet, there are some very specifics that I would like to go on to. On 8th of April 2022, they say in the charge sheet, K. Kavitha and Arun Pillai met Vijay Nair and Dinesh Arora at Oberoi Maidens, discuss recoupment of the kickbacks paid by the South Group. A direct question. Do you know Arun Ramachandra Pillai? Because I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds. And you are seen in that picture, and along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused, but you are seen in that picture. So first, I want to understand, do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
See, first I want to tell you one thing. Overall, when this entire case started, there was a government declared tender floated by Delhi government.
Right.
Few people from Hyderabad came and participated in the tender. They won, they lost, what happened I don't know. Who all came I don't know. If few of them I know, I might have known. Not a big deal. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There is a gentleman who's filed a writ petition in Hyderabad saying that he's beaten up and he can't hear anymore. There's a writ petition pending. ED has beaten him up so bad. There is a writ petition by another.
This is the
same
accused.
case.
Okay.
Same case. Okay. There is another gentleman who's filed a writ petition in Telangana High Court saying that morning to evening they only ask me and pressurize me to give only two political leaders' name, either K. Kavitha or Manish Sisodia. He's been arrested now. He's inside the jail. He's filed a writ petition. So this is the kind of operation that is done by ET. I will really not want to go into details because it will again attract a lot of cases and a lot of legal issues will come to both you and me. Point here is there are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power, which is a matter of fact, which everybody knows. My point here is, do not do that. Do not use them as your, extension of your party. Not because of me personally being targeted. Today, I am being targeted. Tomorrow, regular people will be targeted. And it is not guaranteed that BJP will stay in power forever. You are leaving a bad precedent. So whoever will come after you will continue the same thing. And it is not good for our country. This is absolutely bad. And the Section 50, under which ED gets a lot of power, and where the proof of burden is on the person accused. If you are alleging that you have paid me bribe, I am supposed to prove that I have not taken any bribe. That is not fair. He cannot go against the system. I really, through Republic, requesting the Honorable Supreme Court to immediately listen to the PMLA Section 50 matter and please remove the proof of burden from the victims. It is an earnest appeal to the Supreme Court.
When your name came up for the first time, you were very aggressive. You said you were going to file cases against Sirsa, the BJP leader, as well as Parvesh Verma. You said that these were baseless allegations. We don't see that same aggression now. Why exactly? In the sense, let me just elaborate a little bit, because as far as Abhishek Boinpalli, Mr. Pillai are concerned, their connections with Hyderabad, that's a different matter altogether, and writ petition that you're talking about. What about another accused who goes by the name of Samir Mahindru? Because Samir Mahindru, in his statement to the Enforcement Directorate, says that Road number 14 in Banjara Hills, there was a meeting that happened at your residence where Abhishek Boinpalli, Sharath Reddy and several others were present in that particular way. That is what he said. In fact, they also go on to say there were FaceTime calls that were made. We don't know. Let the court decide, let the Enforcement Directorate decide, and you decide. It's my job is to ask you this question, and I think everyone would like to know, was there any sort of meeting that took place, and why is it so difficult, Ms. Kavitha, to come out in the open and say that, look, these are all, there was no meeting. You are saying, it does appear, let me, pardon if I'm saying that, a little beating around the bush, a little political rhetoric allowed. Let's have a very direct conversation about, was there any meeting or there was no meeting?
First of all, you are not ED. Second of all, you should understand that any trial like this held in public with half knowledge in 2-minute interview cannot be explained.
Okay.
So ED wants to ask me these questions, I'll certainly answer. Point two, I had filed defamation suits on people who were constantly raising issues which I did not have anything to do with. So court gave an order saying that you should not speak about me, then they have stopped talking about me. Point two, if the larger victim is constantly being the opposition party, and I meet 200 people in my home every single day. I met you now. If you go outside and do something, please don't do anything wrong. But if you go outside and do anything which is not in legal framework, and if system wants to hold me responsible, then that is not fair.
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, एनएसजी, गरुड़, मार्कोस। किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम सीओ ऑफ 6AR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी।
अच्छा।
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने एडीजी इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ,
हाँ जी,
दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician, and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu's death. Look at this man. He's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and as our reporter runs after him to ask him to say one thing, he says not one word. He just keeps running away from the Republic reporters.
All the 9 of the accused have been taken to custody. The primary accused, Chinnasamy, had been picked up by the CID and handed over to the Tamil Nadu cops.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो।
सर, इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम।
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल
जी।
आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, एनएसजी, गरुड़, मार्कोस। किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम सीओ ऑफ 6AR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी।
अच्छा।
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने एडीजी इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ,
हाँ जी,
दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician, and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu's death. Look at this man. He's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and as our reporter runs after him to ask him to say one thing, he says not one word. He just keeps running away from the Republic reporters.
All the 9 of the accused have been taken to custody. The primary accused, Chinnasamy, had been picked up by the CID and handed over to the Tamil Nadu cops.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.
The Debate at 9, presented by Amity University, powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Century Ply and Panasonic.